What is up, guys? It is No Help and welcome back to another video today. So today we're going to be looking at some items in the market, seeing the ups and downs. I like to do one of these videos once every couple of months just to see the prices and the fluctuations of items. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy the video. Okay, let's start this one off with the Twisted Bow. Starting last at June 19th, it was 1.4 billion and it keeps increasing. And I'm wondering if it's because of Desert Treasure 2. People are going to want to farm the new bosses that come out. 1.5 billion it almost got to. Looks like it's dropping a little bit, but still over 100 million GP up from the previous month. And I'm assuming the Missouri set is going to go up as well. So yeah, looks like it is increasing a little bit here and there. Starting last at 235 million GP. It's went up about 30 million GP, which is pretty crazy. Let's look at the past year of this item just to see. So it's actually still going down quite a bit, but there is a little bit of spike here. I'm assuming because of Desert Treasure 2. And the Scythe, a lot of people told me the Scythe was going up too, so 500 million GP going up a little bit. Had a nice spike here, about 570 mil. It's still up a little bit, it's still up about 25 million GP, but we'll have to see if this item's useful at all. Zalra skills is an item I need a lot more of on my Ironman account, and it actually doesn't look like they're going up at all. So they were about 119, now they're about 114, not too much of a difference there. And if you look at the quarter for these, they've just been dropping and dropping. I'm wondering if it's because so many bots are probably farming them. Even if you look at the past year, they were at 300 GP and now down to 114. Pretty crazy, bro. We've got the Grazai Rapier, 56 million GP, which is really funny actually because I sold my Grazai Rapier about this time last month on my alt account for about 56 million GP. What a mistake I made on that, but anyways, it keeps going up and up. It's about 59, not too much of a difference, but if we look at the past quarter of it, yeah, it's kind of where it was at the last quarter, which is pretty crazy. It had a very low time and it looks like it might be going up. Who knows how useful it's going to be. Okay, so this is a Torva plate body, currently trading right now for about 411 million GP. I actually thought this one would increase a lot higher because they mentioned the blood Torva armor trim or something like that, but it's still going up, which is pretty crazy. Let's look at the past quarter or even year of this item. So it was highest ever at 550 million GP. Doesn't look like it's increased all that much. We got the Atumican Shadow, which is the Twisted Bow for Mage, basically. It looks like it's going up a decent amount as well. 1.2 billion last time this month. Oh my god, it's about 1.3 billion GP now, which is pretty nuts. It's went up about 100 million GP, so let's look at the past quarter of it. Yeah, it looks like it's steadily growing back up, which is very cool to see. Would love to get this item one day. It's absolutely insane. Sarah Doman Brews, looks like they're going back up too because people are probably super excited to be camping out the new bosses. Look at this, 8.9 million GP all the way up to 10.7, which is pretty crazy. I think it's the highest they've been in a long time. Let's look at the past quarter for these. Yeah, it's definitely the highest they've been in a very long time. Not sure what this was all about here. It went up a little bit there, but yeah, they're getting pretty high now, which is cool to see. Wow, this is the Super Restored, and it looks like it's almost the exact same thing. 9,000 GP, all the way up to 10.8. This would have been a great investment. I probably should have thought about this on my alt account. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Even the past quarter of it, they're just going up. Let's look at the past year even. Oh, I forgot about that they were like 15, 16K each. But yeah, if we go to the quarter, they're just going up. They're the highest they've been in a very long time. Dragon Bones is an interesting item because they were gonna make a new prayers, but that got scrapped, right? So they've been going down 2.5K. They're now 2,000 GP. Let's look at the past quarter for these. Wow, they were 3,000 GP. They went down to 2,300, and then I guess they had a huge spike when people thought that the new prayer book or whatever was gonna come out, and ever since then they've been crashing. 2,000 GP for a Dragon Bone. Very cheap to get 99 prayer right now. Okay, so we got Dragon Claws here, 86 million GP last month. They had a little bit of a spike. I thought maybe they'd be a bit higher, people wanting spec weapons and stuff, but they really haven't increased all that much. Even if we go to the past quarter, yeah, they kind of stayed pretty stable, which is cool to see. They're a great item to get if you have the money. Now, this is something I'm just curious about, the Granite Maul. I've killed 20,000 gargoyles now on my alt account, so I just want to keep track of the price of the Granite Maul because it's a cool drop you get from it. But it looks like it just keeps going down, which it is what it is. It's still about 200,000 GP. We look at the past quarter of this, they've went up a little bit. I'm not sure what happened here, but they've doubled in price in the last quarter. Even if we go to the year, yeah, they were like dirt cheap, man. So they went up quite a bit again. I don't know why this is. If anyone does know why, let me know down in the comments. But they're obviously crashing again, but I've stockpiled a shit ton of them. Okay, so we got the Dragon Hunter Lance, 40 million GP. Yeah, it's pretty much stayed exactly the same, even if we go to the last quarter here. It's had a spike of 45 mil, and it seems to just be pretty good, pretty stabilized. It was like a long time ago, about 80 million GP, but it's just been down ever since. There hasn't been too many updates for this, like not new dragons or new things to actually go by, so that's why it has continuously crashed, but it stayed around 40 mil, which is cool. Okay, this is a super combat potion, 14,000 GP, and it's actually dropped about 1,000 GP. That's pretty interesting. Let's go to the last quarter. They have been going up, but 10k all the way up here to about 15,000 GP. That's where I made a lot of bank value because I had so many of these potions. And they're actually crashing a bit, which is interesting because we're getting 4 new bosses, but I'm not exactly sure the combat style used. We've got the Dragon Warhammer, 32 million GP, had a high of 33.4, and it looks like it's even lower, which is weird. I'm really kind of curious about this, but as you can see, the last quarter, it has just been like slowly going up, 26 mil to 31, interesting. Okay, we had the forestry update. I want to see if that made an impact on some of the logs. So we've got magic logs right now, and it looks like they have actually went up. Not too much, but they've went up a little bit. If you compare it to the last quarter, though, it's the first time they've went up. So 1,000. We got forestry. Yeah, they're climbing again. Got the U-log right here, 260 GP. Looks like they're climbing pretty good, actually. They went up a little bit, and I'm assuming, yeah, it's the same. It's the first time in a long time that they've actually went up quite a bit. I guess here a little bit, too. We've got the enhanced crystal weapon seed, and it looks like it's going up. So 100 million GP up to back to 127. Looks like it's about 20 million difference. And if we go to the past quarter, it's again the first time in a long time it's really went up. So as you can see, it went as low as like 88 mil. I guess that was from so many bots doing the corrupted gauntlet, and it looks like it's on the rise again, which is great. Now, this is the item I dream of. I've been going for 100 days now. The Osmond's Fang, 31 mil, and it looks like it went up a decent amount, up to 35.6 million GP, but it used to be about 40 mil, and it had a huge crash. Don't know why that is, but then it seems to be going back up again. Maybe because of the update, but yeah, 35 mil. I wish I could just buy it. We've got mahogany planks. I just bought about 20,000 of these on my alt account to train construction, so I want to keep track of the price of these. So almost 2,000 GP. They went up a little bit, but not too much. We look at the past quarter, they were 2,100. So yeah, they're staying pretty good. They used to be about 22 a year ago, so they haven't changed too much in value, so that's okay. Now, is skilling still dead? 89 GP for a nature rune. Oh my good god. Had a nice little high there at 93. Look at the past like year for the nature rune. Oh, it's just so sad to see, bro. A 178 we used to have, and you could double them. So you made like almost 400 GP per pure essence. And the continuous crash. Looks like it's slightly... No, it's the same. Got the blood rune here as well. Oh my god, this one is really sad. I always add this in every one of these videos. 381. And yeah, it can't go lower than this, right? Because you can sell it to the shop. So that's fucking sad. Now we've got the raw Carambuan, which is 361 GP, and it looks like it went up a little bit this month to almost to 400, which is crazy, and it looks like it even is going up a little bit again. Let's look at the past quarter of these. I don't know why they went up so much. Very interesting to me. Maybe more people going for post cooking experience. And yeah, so they're pretty stable, to be honest. They're higher than usual though. And this is the cooked caramel blonde, so you make a ton of money cooking. Just go for 200 mil cooking, everybody. I'm just kidding, don't do that, because I am, and I want to keep my rank. But yeah, like, look at the price of the cooked ones, man. If we go to the past month of the cooked ones, you still make a killer off just cooking these, and you can, like, 2-tick these as well, so... Yep, I've fished about 90-something thousand of the raw ones, and we're going to cook them in the next month or so. Now, this is another one I like to add in every single video is the old school RuneScape bond, and it should always be going up, especially with major updates. So Desert Treasure 2 might make this go up. I did maybe Forestry a little bit, but 7.2 million, and now it's about 8.4, and that's just in a month, which is pretty crazy. Let's go to the quarter. As you can see, it's just slowly going up, and the big spikes here are probably updates that happen that made people want to come to the game and use bonds for whatever. And even the year, it should look the same. I'm not sure. There's a bad update here apparently, but yeah, it's just always going up. But it's 8 million GP now for a bond for 14 days of membership. Wow. Well, the market's wild. It changes every single day, especially with like major updates happening. I'm really curious to see in the next month, actually, with the Desert Treasure 2 being released, how much different the prices will be. Some things will crash a lot when people find out they're maybe not as good for the bosses, and some things might skyrocket. So right now my bank is 1.68. It fluctuates between 1.65 to 1.75 usually, just without really gaining anything or doing much. You know, when I do the Tombs of a Mask, I get like 20k loot, so it doesn't really go up too much. It actually just goes down. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the market video today. If you want any items to be put into the next one, make sure to comment them down below, and I might be adding them into the next one. Like I said, I do one of these every 1 or 2 months just to keep track of the old school RuneScape economy. I think it's pretty cool. Anyways, thank you guys, and I will catch you in the next video. See ya later.